Alright. Hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett Gatson here, and welcome back, folks, one and all, to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, one of my personal favorite games, especially from my childhood. And I'll tell you what, it was great. I don't very much remember my childhood, but it's one of my first games I ever owned. And in the last episode, we pretty much took care of the boss, and yeah, you know. Look, I'm over your coral again. Cool. So in this episode, we're going to do like we said. We're going to do that. Then we're going to do that, and it won't be long, and we'll get on to the threshold here. Look at that. No old man here. I remember there used to be an old man here, but what do I know? Thanks for saving us in the trees. Okay. The dialogue doesn't change except for the point of no return when you press your. See, these guys never change in here. That's something I should have mentioned, but I didn't want to spoil it. But then again, I also forgot. So, whatever. So, it doesn't really matter. Or shouldn't have, would have done me no good anyway. Shouldn't have, would have been a good idea. Now, I remember there being an old man and an old woman over here. But anyway, go shave the crystals. And look at over here. Let's talk to this boy. Come on. I want to hear Mac's stories again. And of course, but there is an old man here. He's always going to be old. Yeah, and he says the same thing. So pretty much the only thing that changes is from the dialogue before for these other guys, including what he says before you get him to say something about Kelly, could talk to tree spirits. So, and this is one of the games I'm not going to cheat in. Don't need to. I could, but I don't want to. If you're tired, have a rest on that bed. See, the same old dialogue. And this guy says the same thing. Can you save all four crystals? See, from beginning to end, this guy will always say that. So you might as well know now. But how many times did you come back here? They'll say that. They'll both say that. These guys will say the same thing now. But again, the difference is that there will be a difference in dialogue. When you say something else, and the guy up there said something before that. And now, including the old man that says old, hurry and get Kelly to get medicine. Okay, so basically, the only time, see, that's it. To change from dialogues for that too. So then this is kind of, it's kind of optional. Killard, is it really you? Here's the elixir. Thank you. Now I can visit Spencer and Aquaria. Why don't I go to Aquaria first and look around? Where is it? It's through the focus tower and to the northeast. And there you have it. Take care. Now we're back to take care. So that's it. And then this should say the same thing. Or, excuse me, bye now. Well, now. Like I said, there's always going to be, there's a slight, huge differences. You'll have missed it. They're completely optional. And same thing as with optionally talking to these people. Like, it really matters. Like, you really need permission. Like, I've seen games where they, you actually have to have permission to actually do things like, in other words, you save something or whatever. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Anyway, so I could go back in here, but we're not going to. Now, the battlefield, again, this one here, let's leave it alone. Now, you might notice there's something over here that looks like kind of like what I said. Now, look at that. And if we go up here, you only have one, so we're not going to go in there. San Tipple. But, however, since this is going to be part of the video anyway, let's go in here anyway. Now, this is not a good idea because we're by ourselves and we're at a little low. We can kind of handle ourselves, but look at what happens. We probably could lose this, and even though they're kind of weak, but you know, I just used very quick. I just busted through them. But the reason you don't want to do that is for a reason. So let's just go load state, and yeah, let's just go on. There is no point because we have to survive, and you're not going to be able to survive without, and I mean without that. Yeah, okay. Hang on a minute. Focus tower. Another battlefield. There's nothing in it except for experience points. I can tell you that right now without spoiling the game. So we're not going to worry about that. Another place to look. Now we are in the focus tower. Now you might notice some places right here. I'm going to show you something. There's somebody over there that we need to go talk to that we don't really have to. But we can anyway. So you might notice that there are like stairs that we cannot access at this point. And there you go. I didn't want to have to say that until I showed it that, yeah. So there's that. And it doesn't matter where you come from. There's only like two ways. You're going to go through here, through here. So just talk to this guy right here. Well done, Captain. Well done, Collard. Remember, Captain Mac will be crucial to your quest. Question mark, question mark. A girl named Phoebe or Phoebe, as I always call her, can help you, because I never really gave a true pronunciation of her name. But I'm going to occur you. Maybe, what luck, maybe you'll find her along the way. And so there you go. Another one of those many of mysteries that we'll never know about that guy. Like, okay, who is that guy? We don't know what he's talking about. Blah blah blah. Well, you know, hey, see now, like I said before, there's a chest right here. It will give you explosives. You know, just in case you couldn't get them in the the bone dungeon, which you could, but you know, like all the way through. Now this right here, if you didn't have, I never go through it without getting this, because right now you might see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 doors right now, but what we want to focus on right now is this one here. Okay, so the sword door is what we have access to right at this point. Now, there's other places we can't get to, but we will, given time. This is the first floor. Now, there's going to be treasure chests. I'm going to tell you that right now, like right there. We can't get to it right now. As a matter of fact, the treasure chests you don't even need to complete the game with, unless you just want to 100% the game. Like this one right here. I just found fire. And that is our very first, I want to say, let's see, what is it now? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm talking out of my butt. My first wizard or dark spell is Quake. My second dark spell, is Fire. But Quake isn't exactly dark, so it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like just a regular spell, I guess. Anyway, we'll go over what more of those are later. So, and don't worry about that. It will come in time, in due time. I was thinking about ending it, but I didn't know how long it would take to get through this, because I don't remember. It's been a long time. I know I've been through stuff, and I don't remember how long it takes. Okay, just like here, don't bother with that. But we will be going to the. Ooh, look at that! Yeah, another place we can't go past unless we go in there. See, again, if you hadn't had the key I mean, you can go into the Focus Tower, which I'm guessing they wouldn't let you stop you from doing that. It's just getting past it like you should have been able to if you had the key. And you would not want to go through there trying to trounce all the way through just to get through there. Libra Temple. Well, actually, you know what though? Thinking about it, if you even did go through there, you'd still have to bypass certain enemies and whatnot. Because even if you could skip all of that, you still have to go through enemies, like I said before. Uh, I forgot about the Quake spell being there. I didn't even think that it was in the Wizard or the Dark spells. But anyway, I knew we had it, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. So even if you could skip, which I will show off because we're going to be doing that instead of going through all the monsters. Now, this right here, you might notice. Oh, we can't do anything with it at this point. Now there's something about that chest that will go a little bit like with this character right here. Hi. It's hopeless. I give up. Aquarius frozen. People are sick. Grandpa is trapped. Wait, have you ever heard of a man named Spencer? Why, he's my grandpa. Well, look, let's go free him. But we can't. I'm going home. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Phoebe or Phoebe from Aquaria. You are Phoebe or Phoebe, then I am going with you. Okay. So that's it. Not many games actually had a recruitment music, which is fine. So you might notice that she has a certain unique weapon that is very, very handy, and I'm going to show you why. But for now, we're not going to focus on anything specifically. Instead of advancing the storyline, we're going to go back. You're going to go like, why would you want to do that? You know what? No. But we will. There is something we do need to get out here, but we're not going to get it right now. I think there's another battlefield somewhere that has something else. There's like quite a few of them that have, or not battlefields. I mean, something out here that give you whatever. I can't say that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that. And if you say anything, I'll ignore you. And look at that. Yet another place we cannot get past unless we go in. So, we shall go in. Aquaria. And I think if we go up here... No, that's not it. Okay, I think somebody in this town... Nope, maybe not. All the healing herbs are frozen, so I can't make my cure potions. If you talk to this guy, there's no point. We'll do it anyway. I'd like to help you, but you have enough explosives. Yeah, there's no point, because by the time you even get done going through all of it, you'll have way more than enough explosives and stuff. Brr, the ice doesn't melt. Brr, the ice doesn't melt. The ice doesn't. The ice doesn't melt even. If I can speak properly, like I was supposed to. So there's no point in buying it, and I'm going to tell you this right now: there are no shops anywhere in this entire game that sells ammunition other than for the explosives. That's it. It won't spoil the game, but you might as well know now. The monster in the ice pyramid makes itself invisible, and if you notice, the people here are young, but they are frozen. Some of them already old because, well, they did. And, well, I thought somebody sold something that we got it back over the bone dungeon, but here we go. Phoebe Phobe's house. So, Phoebe Phoebe, where is Spencer trapped? In the tunnel he was digging under here. The dirt is frozen solid, so he can't get out. Can't we melt it? Not until we get wake water from the spring of life. But a monster in the Mintry Cave stole the Libra Crest, which warps us from the Libra Temple to the Lab Temple. First we have to get that whatchamacallit, Chris back right? Right, to the Winter Cave. Nah, we won't be doing that. Not much point. Now, if we come up here, yeah, you'll get a heal potion. This place will be useful a few times, but we're not going to go over that till later. And let's see, where are we at on time? Ooh, 15 minutes. Yeah, we're not going to end it yet. No. Unless it deserves its episode by itself, depending on how long it's going to take, then yeah. Mm-hmm. A monster in the ice pyramid up north is draining the power of the crystal of water. Okay, so what we want to do here is I might as well show you this. There's not much point to it, but you might as well know. See? Not much point. Now, let me talk to you. There's a magic mirror which reflects the images of monsters. She didn't tell you where, though. And here's our first ever refreshers. I'll go more over that in a little bit because they help out with another item. And here's something you could buy, but you don't have to. It's an optional piece of equipment. How about buying my steel helmet for 200 GP? Okay. Bought steel helm. I hope you're happy with the steel helm. So don't waste your money buying explosives unless you just want to buy them. And in case you're wondering about these stairs, they're not. You hardly ever even use these. So throughout the entire game, but there is one point to using them for something else later. It's completely optional though, like most anything in this game. That's why this game has always been played. No one else ever tells you this, but anything you do is pretty much optional. But it also, at the same time, some of it is more, if you don't do it, you can't get through. Like that sand coin was optional. I could have chose not to pick it up, but I chose to pick it up because if I hadn't, we wouldn't have gone so far. So anyway, let's see. Should we go back and yeah, let's go over here. If I remember correctly. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this one time. If I can make it back in time before we run out of time on this episode. So this makes the ninth installment, I believe, for Mystic Quest. And I know I've been putting off Tales of Destiny. It's not like I haven't been making any progress. But then last night, early this morning, just kind of, after I did a little bit of Minecraft Mobile Edition, I went ahead and worked on it because I couldn't fall asleep. So until I finally did, I couldn't hardly watch a show I was trying to watch. So I just said, screw it. And I played that till I couldn't play no more. You know, and I really got really far. I'm already back up to a certain point in the game, not exactly where I was at before I started recording it. No, not yet. I'm not even to the point that afterwards when I started recording the game. Like, well, not when I started playing the recording the game, but like after the point of that point. If that makes any sense. So what we want to do, because we're gonna make use of Foresta here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a lot of this upstream, but just so you know, it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's in-game cheating anyway, so it doesn't really, affect the game or anything. This game is pretty much, believe it or not, you think it's really easy, but it just depends. I mean, literally, I have lost to I don't know how many bosses and enemies, and I've even defeated them. So, whatever. You know. So again, me skipping there doesn't really do anything. But what it can do is this. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And don't worry, I'll be showing off spells, but not right now. Ooh. Okay, so we'll have to end it here. And yeah, so I will see you all in the next episode. Well, we will be getting another thing optionally. All right. Until then, later.